Hello and welcome back to the Responsibly Responsible podcast. We are back. We've been away for a little bit. Obviously, stuff has been going down and stuff has been getting in the way of posting. So we're using this time to kind of catch you guys up and explain what is going to happen going on from here. And then do a little recap of this crazy year called 2020. I'm here, obviously, with Cliff.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
So we're just here to kind of explain where we're at and try to explain where the world's at right now. So we'll start with us. The whole COVID thing has really, really hit us hard. Especially since, we started just the end of last year. So we were really trying to build this podcast on top of a growing pandemic, which, wasn't
Go ahead and mention that we live.
optimal.
Go ahead and mention that we live in Florida. That'd be a great way for them to help them understand.
Oh yeah. And we live in Florida. So, I mean, for all you that even look at Twitter, know what's happening.
Watch the news period, you can see how outrageous Florida is. It's
so
not looking good.
No, it's not looking good, and that's kind of the scary part, is that it's still not looking good. It's like we're on, quarantine. We're about to hit lockdown 2.0.
Are we?
The way stuff is going, bro. Just yesterday we hit 10,000 in one day.
We break a record every day. We break the record every day. It's a new record.
And the U.S. as a whole has broke the record for the most cases in the world. So, yay. Let's give a round of applause to America.
Facts.
But yeah, like I said, we were, trying to build this podcast during a growing pandemic, and it wasn't easy. We were doing our podcast in a central location, and me and Cliff were meeting up and doing it, together. And then obviously stuff changed and we had to stop doing that, which put more stress on both of us because we both don't have optimal equipment to really run a podcast how we would like to via like the internet. I don't know how else to explain that, but we had all our equipment in one location to be able to produce content that we wanted to. And we had, we were setting up, we got some new equipment that we were really excited about. And now it's kind of like, it's going to be sitting in the background for a little bit until, something changes in this world where it allows us to do our podcast together again. But I mean, we're going to work it out. We're every day we're coming up with, new ideas of how we can better the podcast and make it as close to what we want to as possible. I don't think we'll ever get to that point when we're doing this separated, but as of right now, I think we have a good foundation to grow on in our current situation. So that current situation is that, me and Cliff are doing it from our own homes via Discord, which is, not optimal. But as far as video, we still have to figure that out. We want to try to do a video podcast that we can do at our own houses, but we're trying to figure that out right now. I mean, other than that, we're just kind of, trying to take it how it comes to us,
Pause.
And
I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. That was a serious thought too. I apologize.
Yeah. Okay. But as far as me and Cliff, as far as we know, we are both healthy.
Well, look, your boy got the test. You feel me? Shout out to the blood test and all that.
Yeah.
Boy's negative.
Shout out to the medical field right now. I mean, they're doing their most to try to keep us afloat, and the general public is not helping with that in any way, which is very frustrating. But that's a whole nother topic.
For sure.
You've kind of heard us. We've posted a couple podcasts under quarantine, and that was part of our process of trying to keep it going, trying to keep our podcast going, trying to continue to grow. But I mean, that's really all I gotta say. As far as us right now, we're gonna continue doing the podcast. We're gonna continue getting guests in of all different backgrounds. We're gonna try to continue it just how we planned it from the beginning. So,
and by the way, we got some really good guests lined up. So please stay tuned.
Yes, for sure. Very, very interesting people, and I'm so excited to get to talk to them and have them explain their life, basically. But yeah, we're just gonna continue. We're trying to do more YouTube content, and that also, we don't know as of right now how we're gonna do that. We're gonna try to get visuals going so that we'll be able to still continue to try to do YouTube content as far as like reactions and going over videos and stuff like that. We have some stuff in the works, so we'll see how that goes. But I mean, do you have anything else to add?
No, man. Just all in all, thanks everybody for their patience. We are going through as a universe some very interesting times right now. So everybody's just trying to adjust, get used to our current new normal for the moment. But thank y'all for the patience. And like I said, we're gonna continue producing some good content for y'all. Like I said, we got some really good guests lined up. So stay tuned, and I don't foresee any more breaks like this coming up in the future. Hopefully. But
yeah, unless something crazy happens.
I mean, define crazy at this
point. Yeah, at this point, crazy is
daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but nah, thanks again.
Yeah, and that's, I think, one of the things that is crazy is that this is our new normal, and getting used to that is gonna take some time. So. We thank you to everyone that, rocks the podcast and is here for the long run. We appreciate you. And, we're going to try our best to continue producing the content we want to and, content that you want to hear. So that's it for us. Now,
let's get to this halftime report. Let's get to the
halftime, yeah. I'll let you start out the halftime. I've been talking. So look,
all right. Yeah. Guys, it's July. What's today? I don't even know what the date is. It's July something.
The 3rd.
Today's the 3rd. The 3rd. Good Lord, this is it's halftime. Like we're trying to, we're down 10,000-0 right now. Okay. First and foremost, before we even start talking about the year, let's definitely send thoughts out to the families that have lost loved ones, friends, all everyone. If you cared about anybody that has attracted COVID-19 or has been dealing with it or even has fought it and won, just thoughts and prayers out to all those people, because this has been something that I don't think anybody's foreseen and thought that it would affect us how it has.
And no one was really prepared for it either, so that's why it hit us so hard.
Yeah, it's very, very real. Please, it's not like a joke. Like, wear your mask, wash your hands, social distance. Like, this is very, very serious. It's very, very real. But I definitely want to make sure I said that before we even cover anything else going on the rest of this year, because that has affected millions and millions of people.
Everyone. It's affected everyone, and that's the scary part. And, I just want to reiterate that, our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that's been affected by this really crazy virus. And we're all, we can make this through this together. We just have to,
we got to smarten up, man. We got to smarten up.
We got to smarten up.
But even besides that, which is crazy to even think that there's more to that, but besides that, this year has been an absolute debacle. Like, I don't think anything has gone right this year yet. Um, I mean, outside of you have COVID, you have protesting, we have I guess well, I'm not into politics, but there's a presidential election coming up that apparently, according to Twitter, is not going well. Um,
Yeah.
we have racists coming out of the woodwork, which is to no surprise, but to a surprise.
And then as far as the internet world, we have a lot of people coming out that have broken their silence about, being sexually abused and
For sure.
sexually assaulted, which is, it's very sad, and very sad to hear these people's stories and how it's taken some people years to build up the confidence to say these things over the internet and kind of put it out there so that it can be taken care of.
Exactly.
And it's also very sad that there's a lot of people out there that are not taking that seriously. And there's a lot of false claims going against people. And that attention that those false claims are getting is bringing away the attention from the people that actually have been affected and that are actual victims. And it's just a whole thing that, makes me really upset and sad to be part of the internet. But
well,
yeah,
we're sad to be a part of the internet every day. Honestly, at this
yeah,
point, it is what it is. It's frustrating. But this is the platform that we have, and unfortunately, there's going to be folks who don't take anything that's said seriously, and they try to make light. Well, not I don't even make light. They just make fun of whatever, just because that's who they are. They're insecure. They put people down, and it's sad to see, but I am happy that the stories are coming out and people are feeling they have the confidence in themselves to start telling their stories, because it's things that we need to know.
Yeah, and not only people coming out about their stories, but there's also people coming out that are willing and able to assist. Like we have the streamer and therapist, the Healthy Gamer, who is giving his resources out to these online influencers and these people that their lives are the internet. And he's giving them a space where they can, have a very much needed, one-on-one. A lot of these streamers, they don't really know that they need help, but through this person, I apologize, I don't know his actual name, but Healthy Gamer has, brought awareness and awareness of the fact that everyone can benefit from therapy. Everyone can benefit from getting to know themselves a little better. And that's been a big positive this year, is people coming out offering their aid to other people that are lost right now. So
actually, let's talk about that even more, because that's probably the only, I don't want to say the only thing. I'm sure there's other good things happening this year. It's just not being broadcasted. But at least of things that we can see, this year has been very interesting in seeing how groups of people are coming together, whether it be for whatever the cause may be, whether it's the Black Lives Matters, whether it's, even in the cancel culture. Unfortunately, sometimes they come together for other things like that too. But there's some people who need to be canceled, and I'm happy that they're speaking up and they're letting these things be known. But I know we talked about the negative side of them, people making jokes and not supporting, but the people who are supporting are going above and beyond, and it's showing like a really, really cool unity between people to not only listen to people's stories, but to also care about it and also want to make a change.
Yeah,
and so that's
and
been
to bring it
very
to
positive
light too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm happy. I'm a happy human being seeing that. Like that's dope. That's dope. But
the attention that mental health has gotten this year, I think, has made big strides. I mean, I know every year Mental Health Awareness Month is May, but I feel like this whole year has taken a toll on everyone, and we've all kind of realized that we all need help in that area, and there's people that are offering it, and that's really special to see.
For sure, for sure. that's a big positive for 2020. So, well, I guess we can find the positive and the negative because there's so much
Yeah.
tragic things happening that I think people are taking the time to understand that we need self care, and that you probably need to let some of these thoughts out and to talk to someone and to better relieve your stress, because it's a stressful time, and it's hard to find the positive in a lot of things, but that's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
What else? What else is going on like in 2020? I mean, we were talking about everyone's getting canceled.
Yeah.
YouTubers
Cancel
galore getting
cancel
canceled.
culture has there's been some goods in cancel culture, and there's been a lot of negatives in cancel culture. Cancel culture, I thought, was on the decline, but that's definitely wrong.
Well,
It's ramping
it's
up.
gotten revamped because of certain situations where
Yeah.
some people thought that they were like above cancellation, or they were they filmed stuff a
Mm-hmm.
little too much, and they might have said something that was a little, let's just call it either racist, sexist, or whatever the case may be, and they just, I guess, forgot people are like on quarantine and that they have time, so like they're gonna go to find that, and
Yeah.
so it's just.
I would kind of want to talk about that though,
Mhm.
because we have cancel culture, and we have a lot of people that have been on the internet for a long time. And when you're on the internet for a long time, you might say things that, are,
Racist.
what's the word? Edgy. No,
Okay.
not necessarily racist.
Sorry,
The
I had
edgy
to see what
comes
you were gonna
with
say
that.
there.
Yeah, edgy comes with that. I mean, racist isn't that edgy like
Is it?
group. I mean, yeah, I mean, we have people that are being racist. We have people that are making light of mental health. We have people that are making light of sexual abuse. Uh,
Mhm.
we have people making light of other people's culture, but I guess that's racism. That's a different
I
kind
mean,
of
it depends
racism.
on the context, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
most of these things that if you're, it's kind of bad. Like not even
yeah.
kind of, like it's bad.
No, yeah, I'm saying it's bad, but I'm saying that um what I'm trying to say is that people, like you said, are in quarantine and they're finding this stuff out, and they want people to take accountability for their actions. But on the flip side, when someone's been on the internet for, I want to take Jenna Marbles. Do you know who Jenna Marbles is?
Yeah, surprisingly,
So,
yes.
yeah. So she's been on YouTube since the beginning. Since its birth, she's been on YouTube. Um And 10 years ago, she made content that is not acceptable right now. And it wasn't even stuff that is terrible, that is in uh excusable kind of stuff, but people are still
So like,
bringing it
so
up.
all right, to educate the people who are listening who don't know who Jenna Marbles is, like what was the content that they found?
So, okay, so they found that one of her videos, she was impersonating Nicki Minaj. And the whole video was a joke. But what people don't understand is that back then, when, spray tanning was like the thing to do, she was known to get really bad spray tans, like way too dark for her complexion. So when she did that impersonation of Nicki Minaj, people were claiming that she was doing blackface,
Oof,
which is
oof.
not. It's not true, because that's not what she was trying to do. But people, they think that they're right and that they know her intentions for everything. They're the internet. Um, So they were like, "Oh, you're doing blackface and you're a racist and all this stuff." And then another instance, um, she like did a rap song again 10 years ago, um, and she said some like kind of racist comment, as far as like she said, what did she say? She was like impersonating an Asian person, and people were going crazy about that. It's all stuff you can look up on YouTube, and make your own, like come to your own conclusion about. Um, But the fact of the matter is that she did that stuff and she realized it was wrong. And like, a couple years down the line, she privated all that stuff and got rid of it from the internet and removed it. But, of course, people have downloaded and, re-uploaded all her stuff. So people are like, oh, Jenna Marbles is a racist. Jenna Marbles is this, Jenna Marbles is that. But they are ignoring the fact that for the last 4+ years, she has completely changed as a person and she has changed her content. She has not had anything even remotely close to that kind of content that she posted 10 years ago for years. And she's a wonderful person and a wonderful YouTuber, and she's a founder of YouTube. She's been here since the beginning. And it seems like people are just ignoring that and they want her gone. And so she came out just recently and said, my intention is not to offend anyone. And if my content is offending you, then that is not my intention. So I'm just going to leave because that's what the internet wants. And I think that is completely wrong because that is not the person she is today, and that is not even remotely close to the content she is posting right now. So in that side of cancel culture, I think it's very toxic and very wrong.
Well, see, here's the thing. Okay, you may be right. She may be a great, wonderful lollipops and rainbows and candy and all that. She might be a great person now. And I'm not saying she wasn't a great person 10 years ago. But there's a very simple solution to issues like this. If you think that your content is in any way, shape, or form edgy enough to the point where it falls under the category or could potentially be labeled dealing with any type of racial tension, you probably don't want to make it. Okay, I understand maybe 10 years ago that was okay, but 10 years ago it's still racist, whatever it was. If they're considering it blackface, even if it wasn't blackface, if that is the perception of the video, then it's going to have negative connotation. And if it's a negative video that was about an Asian person, it's going to be a negative connotation. And they're not saying that she's a bad person. That just probably wasn't the greatest decision. Now, my problem with cancel culture is that they disregard the fact that maybe the person has changed today. You're absolutely right about that, for sure. But honestly, I don't care if she made the video 30 years ago. It's still not okay. She shouldn't have made the video. Or if it was something that should have been made, or even if it was a bad spray tan, like let's say like she literally has a reason for why it looks like it's blackface.
And in her video, to read her, in her video, she does not say that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But see, that's the thing. But if it could even be interpreted that way, there's no point. Like just save yourself the tears and the battle of having to go through that. Your content can be edgy enough where it doesn't have to be racially driven.
See, I do agree with that, but I kind of disagree with the fact that you have to acknowledge that the internet was a different place 10 years ago.
And that's true. There's
no doubt about that. And whether it was racist or not, the internet was different in that time. And being I don't even know how to say this. Like, jokes back then were different than jokes now. A joke back on the internet 10 years ago is not going to be held up in the court of law now.
And that's fair. But the point being is, like, if there's a whole race of people who don't find it funny and it's offensive, that means it probably was offensive 10 years ago. Just the right people didn't see it. Do you see what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. It was funny 10 years ago to the internet.
But was it funny to the people who think it's racist now?
Huh?
But the point being is the people who are finding it racist now probably would have found it racist 10 years ago if they watched it. So
I don't think so.
I don't know about that, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think if you were 10 years ago watching that YouTube video, you would have immediately said, "Oh, that's racist." You would have immediately said, "Oh, that's hilarious." Maybe not you. There, of course, bro. I agree.
I don't know about that, bro.
I agree that there's people that back then would have thought it was racist, but the minority thought it was funny 10 years ago. Now it's a different story.
But Just like, okay, so like I said, I got your point. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that's incorrect, but the point being is like, well, if it's racist today, how is it not racist 10 years ago?
No, it is.
So what?
I'm not
That's
saying
it.
it's not.
That's it. Then it shouldn't have been produced. Is the
But I'm
point?
saying that I guess what I'm trying to say is that racist content to people 10 years ago, to a majority of people 10 years ago, was funny.
Ah, that's a hot take.
It is a hot take, but
That's a hot
am I
take.
wrong?
I think you are, but
I don't think I'm wrong.
I guess
Because
it
we had
depends on the type of comedy you're
okay.
finding. But I don't know.
Let's take Filthy Frank for instance. That whole group was ultra edgy and ultra, borderline racist. They did videos in acting as Chinese people. They did videos of with making fun of black people, and they were at the top of YouTube when they were out.
But that
How
doesn't
could
make
they
it
be?
not racist.
No. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm saying my point is that 10 years ago people liked that content. And that's why they were at the top of YouTube. Now, if they were to try to make that content now, yeah, it would be unacceptable to all of the internet.
So I guess your point being is that it says more about the people who liked the content back then than it does about the people
Yeah.
making it.
Yeah.
To me, they're both at fault. But I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I agree.
at the end
I
of the
agree with
day,
that.
neither here nor there today in today's terms. Um, I did see her video of her saying that she's like retiring or leaving YouTube and all that, and like I have seen some of her new content like now. Like of course I didn't watch her old stuff, so I can't compare the two. But it's not just her. There's other people too who have had edgy content, as you like to put it, back in the
Mhm.
day that is being brought to the light now. But I guess my point being now is even with the climate as it is, I think that all those issues are avoidable. That's my thing. That's just my point. I think you can be funny without any of that stuff.
I agree with you.
So just to save yourself the havoc later, just don't make it.
Okay. I totally agree with you, but this stuff happened 10 years ago. And they've already changed as a person. They've changed their content. They have taken that whatever they did that they regret doing, it's already gone. It's not like they're keeping it on. As far as in Jenna's case, they have taken that off the internet.
Well, unfortunately, the internet mafia does not care about
Exactly,
that.
and that's what I was trying to say. Is
I
that
mean,
I think that's
if
wrong.
we're gonna try to fix the internet so that they gauge the feelings of right now and can compare logically what someone has done years ago to what they do now, then a lot of issues wouldn't be what they are. But that's just not how this works.
Exactly,
That's not how this works.
it's not how the internet works. So
So, like
my
I
point,
said, just don't make it, and then you don't have to worry about
yeah,
this because
yeah. Now,
she's been a figure on the internet for years, so she knows how the
hmm
internet works. She knew that if
hmm
her time came and this came, like something like this happened, she knew what time it would be. Like that is what it is. It's the internet.
yeah, and that's why she removed that from the internet, is because she regretted that part of her life or that part of her content.
Yeah, for sure. And also I kind of agree with you too. I wish that um, when we are antagonizing people for mistakes that they've made when they were younger or things that they might not be happy about that they did, I wish we would take into account how they are today, what they are doing. Because some people, I mean, some of us were really young when they were making stuff like that, or they were really really young when they made that content. They didn't probably think about the future consequences that it would have. And it's not to say that they were a bad person then, but it's not to say that they're a good person now. But people do change.
Yeah, and I think people not taking in consideration how they've grown as a person or what they are today,
It's unfair.
and yeah, it's unfair, and especially when they are
That's life.
publicly, especially when they're publicly coming out and saying, that was a long time ago, and I apologize for that. I apologize for that part of my life. I've changed as a person, and the internet's still not seeing that and still wanting to cancel them. That is so toxic, and there's
Well, right
I
now it's very racially charged outside right now. Okay, so
oh
she's just
yeah,
gonna have to deal with that until I'm not gonna say this is ever gonna blow over because it's not, but she's gonna have to deal with that right now. She's gonna have to take this temporary L and I'm sure she'll be able to bounce back. I'm almost certain she will. It's just right now.
We'll see.
It's just not This isn't the most opportune time to try to fix your perception of how potential people of color look at you if they feel as if you have wronged them, and that's just kind of gonna be what it is. So she's gonna have to wait this out. But,
I think we can all summarize it in the fact that, you know, the internet is flawed.
Yeah. Oof, what isn't?
So.
But even on top of that, speaking of other celebrities, we can see how they are also. I don't even know the word here.
Tweet Longer is going to crash as an app.
What is it?
Tweet Longer, the app where you're like able to write a story and tweet it.
What does that do? Who uses that?
You've had to have seen it on Twitter. I mean, people that say, this is my story, and then you click on the link and you read their whole literally story.
I don't be clicking on links on Twitter, bro. That's dangerous. I don't recommend that, actually, at all, ever.
I don't either, but...
No, I haven't even seen it because I refuse to click on that link.
I've seen so many. It's ridiculous.
No, but I think it's... Well, I'm not gonna say we hate all celebrities. Hate's a very strong word. I think that our growth of dislike for celebrities is reaching an all-time high, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it because they're finally getting taken off of a pedestal, and we just realize that they're regular people who say stupid things just like me and you all the time.
Yeah.
So shout out to the PR teams across America. They're getting paid pretty pennies. Really, seriously, shout out to all of them.
Yeah.
You guys are working overtime. Some of you are really bad at your job, but most of you, you're working really hard, and you know, hats off.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it before, but I mean, that'll be done it'll be posted later on, but like the fact that celebrities have been, people are realizing that these celebrities are not, they are not above, what am I trying to say?
Being human. Yeah. Being human.
Yeah. They're not above that.
Speaking without thinking, making rash decisions that aren't very, very, very stupid. Human stuff. Yeah.
Expecting people to follow you no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Because you're famous.
Yeah, that's an L. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's an L.
Please.
For sure.
We will call you out. I hope they learn that this year.
Yeah.
What else? What other L's are we taking right now? We live in the one state where they don't want to wear masks. They literally refuse to wear masks. That's also kind of cool. Yeah, wear your mask, bro. I was in Publix today, and there weren't people with masks on. I'm confused. I'm confused how they're confused.
We just as of yesterday, it's now law, and you can be fined if you're not wearing a mask, $250.
Well, we break the law every day, fam. Honestly, I break the law every day. I usually go 90 and a 75 daily. So it's not. I don't think it is what it is. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
But we're telling you to do it. Be responsible.
Please, just put the mask on. Like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Like, bro, I'm outside in July in Florida. It is hot, bro. Yep. It is hot. Put the mask on. Just put it on. Take the L.
Take the sacrifice for other people. Sometimes it's not all about us. We have to realize that the reason we're wearing these masks is to, potentially save another person.
Now, have you seen the video of the guys, or I don't even say the guys, it was men and women at a, like a town hall meeting?
Oh,
where they were like arguing about the mask. They're like, you're not gonna muzzle me. You're not gonna muzzle me like a dog. Yep. I'm like, bro, your mask's not even that tight, fam. Like you're wilding right now. Just relax. It's not that serious.
Maybe their mask is a little too tight because it's blocking off circulation to their brain.
Also, pro tip: when you're driving, when you're in the car by yourself, take the mask off. You can take it off. You can take it off. No, seriously, like you can take it off. Like people are like passing out driving because like, fam, you're in the car by yourself. Like take it off. Pause. Like you can take the mask off. It's okay. Breathe. Oh my goodness.
Hey, let's talk about a W here. Let's switch it up. Let's talk about a W. Streaming platform Mixer has, well, I guess this is an L and a W, but streamer platform Mixer has been like gone bankrupt, basically. They have left a lot of people just in the dirt, so to speak, because a lot of these streamers, not the big streamers, are kind of just like lost because Mixer's just like, all right, we're out, peace, figure it out. Facebook Gaming has bought them out, but they have to, like, they're forced to make that transition, basically. But the W is that, I don't know, Shroud and Ninja, probably top 5 streamers of all time. Mixer had to buy out their contract, and Ninja got $30 million and Shroud got $10 million. And
I'm living wrong, bro.
They're able to take that buyout and then just go right back to Twitch and start streaming again and just keep making money. So big W's to them.
Facts. Hold this W, fam. 30 million?
Yeah. 30 million Ninja got.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, that's crazy. And that's payout. That's payout. That's like cash in the bank. I mean, I don't know.
Are you sure about that? You sure about that?
I don't know if it's actual cash in the bank. I don't know how that works, but it's
his contract was worth $30 million, and that's what he allegedly received.
Yeah,
that's even if it isn't that, that's a huge finesse. That's a big W.
Yeah,
to play video games. So, like I said, I'm living wrong. Shout out to them.
But I mean, what else? What else has been going on?
No, I'm missing some other L's. I know I am. There's a lot of L's. It's just too many to count.
Too many L's. This whole year has been an ongoing L.
Hey, look, it's halftime. They had us in the first half. Okay, this is the month where we start turning it around. Okay, they had us in the first half. We got to finish strong. Hopefully, we do. I have faith in us. I really do. I really do. Like, I think people. We're starting to wisen up. People realize that a pandemic is it's an actual word that has a definition. And it's something that's going on outside. Like we get that now. So second half we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready. We can only lose for so long.
Let's hope and pray people want to make the rest of this year not a total loss.
Yeah. Shout out to and shout out to all the guys and girls from wherever y'all came from for spring break, for ruining Florida. I knew this was gonna happen. I had the vision. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a major L. Just shut the whole state down. Shout out to you guys. Look, I hope y'all had a blast. Thank you for ruining my summer. Now I can't go outside. Respect. Yeah. At least somebody had fun out of it.
Let's turn this 2020 around. We're at halftime. We're down a lot, but
we can still win. We can still win.
We can still make this year something. So, but it's up to all of us as individuals to make that decision. And also to, help other people make that decision too.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, I mean, we're at halftime. We're down. But we're in the locker room.
We're still in the game.
We're getting that pep talk.
We're still in the game. There's still time on the board. We're good. We're good. Just look, listen. Y'all want to win? Y'all want to win the rest of this year? Very simple. Wear your mask. Social distance. Don't be racist. Don't be sexist. Tweet, but think before you tweet. Tweet, but think before you tweet. And we're gonna win. We're gonna win. Trust me.
Keep your mental health in check.
Facts. Take some alone time.
Help other people with their mental health. And to all guys, I don't know if I even should say this, but
you probably shouldn't.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Oh,
Let me just say that.
Oh man, not the PSA.
Just
what is that? What is that in reference to?
In everything. I mean, there's not a situation that keep your hands to yourself doesn't apply to.
Y'all touching people during the pandemic? Y'all touching people?
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Y'all touching people during the pandemic? Is something I need to know? That's crazy. That's crazy. If you are touching people, please stay 12 feet away from me.
Yeah. Right. I think the funniest thing is that everyone's forgetting the like golden rules we freaking learn in kindergarten. Think before you speak. Keep your hands to yourself. And follow the rules. It's simple. It's simple.
To you.
To me. I guess. I don't know. You wanna walk us out of this one?
All right, yeah, let's walk us out the locker room. Look, guys, like I said, there's still time on the clock. We can still win this game. It's only halftime. We got another half to go. Let's be positive. Let's wash our hands. Let's be nice to people. Wear your mask. Don't be racist. Until then, I'll see y'all next time. Let's get this W, fellas.
All right, peace.